All right, it's getting a little dark in here. That's what she said. We're going to the PlayStation 2. Now, this one is where the video is going to alter a little bit because a lot of these I don't have the books anymore, or it might be in replacement cases. So we're just going to go front to back. And I have a lot of games here, and I don't want this video to be too long. That's what she said. But we're going to start with NBA 2K4. Let me tilt this up a bit. There we go. Oh, Lord. NBA 2K4. This is a solid game. I kind of didn't ever really like it that much. This is once again Iverson still on the cover. Who was his agent? Then you get the back cover of here. The back cover is very bland. This is when ESPN kind of took over basically the 2K games, which I thought it went way better in NFL, but more on that later. This game, I remember I did not like the free throw graphic. This is when you still had to like push R1 and L1 and get the analogs, or yeah, no, you have to move the analogs to the middle and then catch the ball in the middle and then push R1. Oh god. And also in this game, a big problem was there were so many charges. You could not cross no one over because it would always make you charge on the defense. So this game is a C plus. All right, then we go to, we just had some great college football. Actually, no. Well, yeah. Game Breaker 2000. But then by this point, Eric Crouch, 2K3. This game has so much potential, but this game is so flawed, and I did not like this game as much as I should have because they didn't make it right. This football game has the most drop passes you'll ever have in a game. Oh my! User catch, they drop it. Computer catch, they drop it. Just horrible. Sometimes the game can be very stiff with quarterbacks when they hike the ball. You can get sacked very easily. This game is very disappointing. I did not like the dynasty mode. I did not like the exporting players into 2K3. I guess more in that game later. This game, but even with that, I give this game a C minus, like a very low C minus. But yeah, this was not a good effort by 2K. Look at the back. All right, here. Okay. Then we go to this game, Bully. This game is a classic. Basically, it's Grand Theft Auto for children. Uh, Good Lord. This game is an A. Whether the 360 version, which I think I have the 360 version, this game's an A. It's, open world on a campus. Your weapons are, your weapons are slingshots, and the teacher can spear you like Bill Goldberg. I really like this game a lot. The mischief, it's just a tremendous game. This is a game that you have to have. If you never played this game, whether it's on PS2, Xbox 360, this is a game you have to have. This is a classic game. Definitely an A, maybe an A plus. Good Lord. Definitely an A, maybe an A plus. Bully. Then we go to another classic, Midnight Club 2. Oh my God. I love the theme music in this game. I love the ambiance. I love the maps. London, I think LA, downtown LA, the way the maps look at night. I mean, this is a tremendous game. Classic. Once again, my childhood. Trying to get shots to the back of it. Love this game. Actually, is London in this game or is it in the other one? I might be mixing that up. I'm pretty sure there's a London map in this one. Maybe I'm thinking of the first one. This is Rockstar Games. They didn't just do Grand Theft Auto. This game's an A. Once again, I haven't played in a long time. It might be an A plus, but it's definitely an A. Love this game. One of my favorite racing games of all time. Just mentioned NCAA, so we'll go to NFL 2K3. I never liked this game as a kid. I thought this game was a drastic fall off. I don't know what it was. I just did not like this game. I thought this game was very. This is when they kind of slightly changed the gameplay. To me, it felt like slower, which I guess is more realistic. But I just remember never liking this game. I think I got this game. I think at the time they still had Blockbuster. I think I rented this game and gave it back like 2 days later. Back then I think Blockbuster lets you rent games for like 6, 7 days. I just did not like this game. I kind of still don't like it. But I ordered it to collect. Um, see Jerry Rice on the Raiders, the franchise mode. There we go. The ESPN presentation. This game, I just don't like this game. I got to give it a D, maybe a D plus. I give it a D plus. Then we go to another. I say it a lot, another classic, but I love this game. MLB 2K5. This game is an A, probably an A plus. I'll say an A. I love this game. This is this is probably the peak of baseball at this time. You know, you had this game and you had MVP '05, which I think is somewhere in here. Um, I love the ESPN presentation. Once again, ESPN taking over 2K. John Miller. It was John Miller and Joe Morgan. Love them on commentary. In real life, they were the best. In the game, they were the best. Now, for some reason, on the back, the graphics are from the Xbox version. I know 2K. I don't know why 2K did that. I think on the NFL 2K5, they did the same thing. The PS2 version, but the pictures are from the Xbox version. I don't get that. False advertising. The franchise mode, like it says, deepest franchise mode ever. This is when they had like the K zone, the base. I love the base running. You could be the base runner from his point of view. If you see here with Jeter, love this game. This game is tremendous. Uh, this game probably is an A plus, but it's definitely an A. This is definitely an A plus classic game. I might have to start a franchise on this channel doing this. And a lot of these games, I'm going to be starting play-alongs or series like Madden rebuilds, NCAA rebuilds. So subscribe for that. Another one, another classic, NBA Live '03. This game is iconic, legendary. Live '02 was pretty much, I don't want to say terrible, but this was a far improvement. This game had the greatest soundtrack ever. This game, when I bought it, this is actually a brand new copy, and I think it still has the bonus CD in it. Yeah, there it is. This is one of the best, if not the best, soundtracks in gaming history. I love this album that came with the game. This game is great, fast paced. This game was the last time they really combined simulation and arcade basketball, because this is also the time when they had NFL Street, NBA Street. This game is great. Jordan's on the Wizards. I gotta mention Jordan. Just fast paced, fun. I like the franchise mode in this game. This is just tremendous. This is when they had the throwback jerseys. This is the peak of like the throwback jerseys and Fabulous and G Unit and Dipset with the throwbacks. This had the EA store in it. This is also when they moved the crossovers to the right stick, the freestyle control, which would get better when you get later in the years, and we'll see that later. This game, I gotta give it an A. At the time I was a kid, I would say A plus, but I'll give this game an A. Sometimes it's a little bit too arcadey, so that's why I drop it to an A, not an A plus. But nostalgia wise, A plus. But as a fair review, A. This is another game I like. FIFA World Cup Germany '06. I remember loving this game so much. I actually probably like the Xbox version better for whatever reason. It's pretty much the same game, but um, this is a good game here. I love the soundtrack. It's FIFA, so it's not like that different from the other FIFAs. But I don't know, something about this game was just like this just like a special game to me, and I'll give this game an A. I always love using Brazil. This is when Brazil had Ronaldinho, my favorite soccer player. So that game's an A. Now, here's where we take a little dive. NFL Blitz Pro. I think this game is terrible. There's 5 Terrell Owens on the cover, and even that couldn't save it. I don't like this game. The control scheme is very unwieldy. I don't like the scheme of the controls. Yeah, I just do not like this game. This game is a D. Here we go here. This was kind of a shallow game. Batman Begins. Very shallow. What they did later on, which we'll talk about later with Batman, is, drastically above this. But this is when, they put out superhero movies and they kind of just drop a generic game just for the money grab. This game is all right, but I didn't really enjoy it too much. The graphics weren't anything special. This game is probably a very, very low C minus. Batman Begins. This game was an improvement from earlier in NBA 2K5. I like this game a lot more as a kid than I do now. As a kid, I would give this game probably an A. This game had kind of like the first kind of my career, which was the 24/7 mode, where you had to like build up a street baller. Once again, 2K used the Xbox graphics on the back of the case. I don't know why they kept doing that. Um, 2K4, that's LeBron's first, rookie year. 2K5, this game is good, but once again, I don't like the free throw system. Um, I don't know. I didn't like this era of the NBA in real life. So the game, I mean, this probably is a good game. I'll give it a B, maybe a B plus. But yeah, classic. This is a classic cover. This is when Ben Wallace was, the man. He was on top of the world. The Pistons just won the title. So I give this game a B. Now here we go. The greatest football game of all time, and if it's not, it's 1B, or there's 1A, 1B, it's right there, and that's NFL 2K5. Tremendous game. Legendary, iconic. This is the peak of football video games, which is very sad because it was 21 years ago or whatever. Terrell Owens, before he completely self-destructed. Once again, they put the Xbox-looking graphics. Chris Berman, the halftime show. The franchise mode is incredible. The scouting, you can edit rookies. Mel Kiper, you can watch SportsCenter every week. Trey Wingo with the injury report. Mel Kiper with his draft analysis. The only thing missing from the franchise mode is I don't think you could hire or fire coaches. The coaching staff thing, like you could in Madden. But like literally, that might be the only flaw in this game. This game is A plus. I love the PS2 for gameplay. I love the PS2 version is better. For graphics, the Xbox version is better. This game is an A plus on either system. This is arguably the greatest sports game ever made, the greatest football game ever made, and I say arguably because there's another game here we will get to. But this game is an A plus. This is a must-have game. If you do not have this game, then your collection is lacking. We go from that to this. NBA Live 07 on PS2. This game is okay. On PS2, it's okay. The frame rate is horrible. The gameplay is all right. I don't know. I mean, they kept making the lives at this point for PS2. The Madden's kind of, the Madden on PS2. To me, the last good one was 07, which we'll get to. A lot of people like 08, Madden 08 on PS2, but I played Madden 08. To me, it's like, what's the point of this? I think they stopped caring after 07. And then pretty much all the Maddens are from 08 to 12, the last one, all the Maddens on PS2 are the same. This game is all right. It's a D plus. There's really not much to say about it. Here's a classic game here. College Hoops 2K6, Marvin Williams, Roy Williams. This is a very good game. The College Hoops series on PS2 was great when they got to 2K5, 2K6, 2K7. I enjoyed this game thoroughly. It's the same as NBA 2K, just college teams, but it's different. It's the same, but it's different. It captures the college atmosphere. This is a great game. I'd probably give this game an A, if not an A, a very strong B plus. I have to get back into playing these more often, but this game strong B plus. It's a good dynasty mode. The recruiting is good. The recruiting was kind of always the same in these games, pretty much, but this is a very good game here. And then we go to the game that came out at the same time. This is another good game. This game is very underrated. I really like this game a lot. I've seen like the reviews weren't that good weren't that great for it. But I like this game a lot. I love the gameplay. I love the defense. This game, they have like a new defensive control. The atmosphere is good. The frame rate is not that good on PS2, but I love the dunks, the animations. This is a very good game. It's very tough. Like most EA Sports games, it's very tough on the harder levels. To once again, the EA Sports almost cheating you way. But I think this game is very good. I like the soundtrack. It has the Black Eyed Peas. The Dynasty mode is all right. But I really like this game, especially the gameplay. It's like live, but once again, it's like live but different. They capture the college atmosphere, so on and so forth. The lockdown stick, that's what it's called. I love the lockdown stick in this game. Yeah, this is a very, very good game here. NCAA '06. I give this game a strong B plus. Once again, the C word. Let me get my drink. Make sure you hit the like button. Share this video. Subscribe to this channel. We go back to the classics. Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, A plus. That's not waste no time. A plus. You should know this game. I went and got the Grand Theft Auto series, the upgraded series on the Xbox Series S, where it's like, the current, I guess not current day, but the updated graphics. A plus, great story, the music from the '90s, the everything. It's comedic. It's a Big Smoke ordering a hefty meal that would kill anybody except him. It captures LA in the early '90s. This is a great game. You should know this game. That's why I'm not going into great detail about it. Tremendous game. A plus, San Andreas. This is a solid game. Like a lot of the FIFAs are kind of the same on PS2. This, Freddie Adu, Ronaldinho, my favorite soccer player of all time. This game is good. I prefer the World Cup version better actually. But this game, I can give it a B, a very strong B. The FIFA games, like I said, they're kind of all the same, but not in a bad way, just in a you can't really go wrong way on PS2. We go back to the classic Maddens, Madden '03. This game's an A. Once again, this game is something about '03, Live '03 and Madden '03. Madden '03 might be the best soundtrack of all time too. I think they had the Bon Jovi. What was that Bon Jovi song? I think it's called Every Day. The Andrew WK Party Hard. This soundtrack is great. A plus. I remember getting this game. I remember getting this game as a kid, and my brother was there, and a bunch of friends was there, and we all created a player. This game is tremendous. It still is great to this day. The training camp mode, the franchise mode. This is the classic era of Madden. This game is an A. I'll go as far. This game's an A plus. This game is an A plus. One of the greatest games ever. Madden '02, once again, classic Madden era. This game's another A, probably an A plus. Another classic game. Let's see here. See John Gruden. It's kind of the same thing. This is just the peak era of Madden. I like '03. I probably like '03 better all around, but I loved '02 had the player introductions. If you can see. Love the presentation of '02. This is a great game. So give that game an A. Once again, NFL 2K2. Pretty much the same game, just on PS2 as I stated earlier. Here's another one. Love this game. The Matrix. Enter the Matrix. This game, I want to say A, but I'll give it a strong B plus. Having to be stealth and get around the corners and the slow motion. When you could slow motion in a fight in slow motion, the bullets. This game, it's probably an A. It's probably an A. But I'll give it a B plus just for this. You could be Jada Pinkett. And this is I mentioned earlier they would make games to go with the movies. This is tremendous. This is a timeless game to me. I love this game here. I'll probably give it a strong B plus. Then we go to Madden '06. Once again, another great entry in the Madden series. The problem with this game was it had the stupid quarterback cone, the vision cone, which was terrible. But it had also the first superstar mode, which was very interesting and they took this out eventually. I think they took it out the next year maybe, where you started superstar mode and you had to pick your parents randomly, and based on your parents is what skills you had or skills you would lack. That was like brilliant. I don't know why they took that out. This game is great. Tony Bruno show. This is that era. The new truck stick. Randy Moss is on the Raiders. How did that work? But this is a great entry, except the damn QB cone. Great soundtrack once again. I'll give this Madden an A. Here we go again. Another classic, EA Sports. NCAA '06. You know, you had the Road to Glory. Put your player in Madden. You know, Reggie Bush is unstoppable in this game. Vince Young, this is the Reggie Bush, Vince Young, Matt Leinart era. This game's an A plus. This is arguably the best college football game ever made. Another one of the best sports games ever made. The presentation is great. The dynasty mode, the breakaway control, race for the Heisman is what they called it instead of. I think it was called Race for the Heisman instead of Road to Glory. I think. And on the back you can see Vince Young and Reggie Bush, and then you get Corso and Herb Streak and so on and so forth. This game's an A plus. I remember getting this game. I got this game in the summer of, I believe it's NCAA '06, so I think it was summer of '05, if I'm not mistaken. And I got this in New York City. We were on a trip. Yeah, this is '05, summer of '05. We were on a trip in New York, and I got this in Brooklyn, New York, at a mall, the Brooklyn Mall or whatever the hell it was called. And just from the moment you put the game in, just you knew this was a great game. This game's an A plus. Now, following that, this game is an A plus. The next year, Reggie Bush on the cover. The follow-up. This game is great, and I think this game is actually better than NCAA '06. To me, this is the best college football game ever made. This is the best one, and it was just an improvement off the previous years. Yeah, the momentum meter, great franchise mode. The only negative to me in this game is on PS2 the frame rate could be bad when the stadium was like shaking from the momentum, or sometimes the game would slow down the frame rate on kick returns, which was terrible. But the spring drills were great. Another negative was in franchise mode, you could have players getting suspended and then you lose scholarships, but sometimes it wouldn't tell you, or like you'd have to suspend a player, and if you didn't give a harsh enough punishment, you'd get like sanctioned. Like, so that was like, okay, you're making the game too real. But other than that, this game's an A plus, and this to me is the best college football game ever made. NCAA '07. We go here, sticking with EA Sports. I liked this game a lot more as a kid. This was the NBA Live when the main change in this game was the graphics were smoother, and it was completely not arcade like Live '03. Live '03 was, nonstop fast break. This game was more simulation, slower, and half court. The graphics are probably the smoothest a live game had in this era. Um, but I don't know. I didn't like this game. It felt sometimes impossible to get past the defense. Sometimes it was very stiff. So I think this game's actually a downgrade. The soundtrack is all right to me. I prefer Live '03. I prefer the lives after this one. But this game, I'll probably give this game a B minus. This is also the first live with Dwayne Wade and Bosh and LeBron James. And for some reason, which to me still baffles me, Michael Jordan is in this game on the Legends in the free agents. I don't really get why, but he is in the game. But then we go back to Madden '01, the first Madden on PS2. Another classic. I love this game. A lot of people I see when people talk about it now, they're like, this game, the gameplay was too slow and too stiff. I actually liked that the gameplay was slow in this game. And I didn't think it was stiff. The gameplay was very realistic because the speed was slower. Once again, great commentary. I loved when you first saw this game. I mean, look, the graphics. I love the graphics in this game. When you were playing the PS1 Maddens and then you saw this one, it was a drastic upgrade. And I think obviously this is a new system, but this is when I mentioned earlier that when 2K came out on Dreamcast, graphically it shook EA Sports, and this was their comeback is when they moved to PS2 because I don't know, I just remember the graphics in this game being beautiful, the sunlight, everything, the big hits. This is a great game. I give this game is definitely an A. I have to once again revisit it to see if it's an A plus, but this game is definitely an A. Nostalgia wise, it's probably an A plus, but definitely an A. So let me just move these things out the way, and we go We go back to baseball. MLB 2K7. To me, this is the last great 2K baseball game ever made. I did not like the 2K games on 360 at all. Well, 2K6 was all right, but 2K6 was kind of a copy of 2K5 on PS2. 2K7 on 360, at the time, I thought it was, at the time, I loved, at the time, my favorite game was this game on 360 because I think it had like the patches and updates. But if you order MLB 2K7 now on 360, the game is like broken. Like sometimes it doesn't save or it corrupts your file, or you play the game and it doesn't matter what you throw, the computer will hit a million home runs. So the original 360 version of this is like an A plus to me. If you play it now without the patches and updates from back then, it's not the same. But this is the PS2 version. I love this game. I will give this game an A. I can't give it an A plus because in franchise mode, it's so easy to trade for A plus potential prospects. Literally in this game, you could literally in franchise mode build a lineup where all your players are in the 90s. Literally. And if you like say you trade for a bunch of A plus prospects, their potential, but their rating is very low, you could just sign them to like 7-year deals and they're stuck in the deal. So you'll have you get to the third season, this player who's a 71 is a 97, but you have them on a 4-year deal and they're making 600,000 a year and they're miserable. So it was kind of too easy to make a super team. So that's the biggest negative in this game. But other than that, I love this game. I think I like this game more than 2K5. It's not that different from 2K5, but this game is great. I probably still give it an A plus. It's just it's too easy to build a great team in franchise mode. So I'll say this game is an A plus. All right. Yeah, I'll give it an A plus because it is fun. But those are negatives. It's too easy to build a super team. And then another negative is you can play on the hardest difficulty and still crush the computer. So those are negatives, but I'll give it an A plus. Then we go to this classic, NFL Street. Now, this behind Ricky Williams, I always thought that was Shannon Sharp, but I don't think Shannon Sharp was in the NFL this time. This is 2004. I think he was on CBS. This is another classic game. NFL Street. It's kind of like a more civilized version of NFL Blitz. Great game. I don't know what to really say about it. It was just a fun game. Hard hits. It was a civilized version of NFL Blitz. Good soundtrack. Arcade fun. I prefer this to NFL Blitz. I just never really got into Blitz or NBA Jam, but for some reason I love the EA Sports Big version. So I don't know. There's something about it that it had. I don't know. Something that the Street and NBA Street and NFL Street had that the Blitz games are missing. I don't know what it is, but I just prefer these 10 million times more. So we go with that. Now we go to NBA Live 06, PS2. This is another classic. I love this game. This is when they had the superstar control. So certain players might have been like, the fancy passing. Some players they were great dunkers, great finishers. You had your power players like Shaq. It was kind of overpowered using special moves, but I love this game. The soundtrack, I don't really like it that much. I think I probably like the Xbox version of this game better. This game is a strong B plus, very fun. This was the game where you could play NBA Live 95. The franchise mode is all right. Sometimes it kind of feels like it's impossible to rebuild a team in this game, but this game is good. The last good NBA Live ever made, in my opinion, that was truly good. I like NBA Live 19, but this is far superior. It's not even close. Then we move to NCAA Game Breaker. This game is all right. This is when 989 Sports really fell off. When they moved to PS2, 989 Sports didn't know what to do. It didn't matter if it was NBA, NFL. The games were so mediocre. I don't know if they changed the staffs. I don't know what it is. They lost the budget. There's really not much to say about these games. This game is all right. It pales in comparison to the EA games. It's not even close. This game is probably a D. We have Vice City, once again, Grand Theft Auto, Miami, basically playing off the 80s, Another great game, A+ game. Love this game. If you know Grand Theft Auto, there's not much to say about it. Great game. Now, this is one of my favorite games ever made. Tiger Woods 2005. Good Lord. I think I kept EA Sports in business, all these games. Um, Classic game, tremendous game. When I first played this game, I could not figure out, how do you play this game? How do you hit the ball? Like, I was just going crazy. I would hit the ball like a billion yards. I didn't understand. Like, no, you have to you have to have technique. But once I figured this game out, it's kind of like really easy. But I love this game. A+ game. I could literally play this game for hours and just forget I have a life. This game is tremendous. Once you play like the career mode, it's like career mode, or I think it's called the Legends. Is it the Legends Tour? There's some career mode in here where you play like on a calendar. Once you get your player really good, it's kind of like I don't know, pointless, because it's very easy to get your player to like a 99 rating in every category. But this game is great, relaxing, like most golf games are. This is A+ game. I love this game. Another great game, NHL 2K5. This is, this game is an A. One of the best hockey games ever made. Good graphics, good gameplay, good franchise mode. I don't know. It's oh Lord. It's just a complete hockey game. Whatever you pretty much ever wanted to do in a hockey game, you can do in this game. Pretty much. I like the classic teams. They have, the international teams. ESPN presentation was very good. This game had good fights in it. This is tremendous. This game is definitely an A. Here's another game I love, 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 love. Spider-Man 2. Spider-Man 1 was a solid game. This game drastically improved. This game is arguably the greatest superhero game ever made. This game's an A+. I'm not wasting no time. This game is, the free roam is fun. It's fun to swing with Spider-Man. You get to be Peter Parker, deliver pizzas. You can go into stores. You can go into his apartment, I believe. I think you could. This game is great. It plays off the movie. This is a rare example where they made a movie and a game and they were both great. This game is an A+. Like I said, I think this probably is the best superhero video game ever made. Tremendous. This game doesn't really have any weaknesses in it that I can remember. Love the gameplay, love the fighting. I love how you can unlock moves. Great game here. Look at the back of the case. Definitely an A+. Now here's my favorite. This is another one. This might be my favorite video game of all time. This is my favorite racing game of all time. I probably will do the story mode or whatever it is in this. And that's Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2. A++++++++++. Love the cars. Love the police chases. I love the mode where you could be the police and chase people. It's some very difficult maps, as it should be when you get into like the main, I guess, story mode. Love the soundtrack. This is perfect. This game is perfect. A+ game. Love the maps. Not all of them. Some of the maps are just absurd. But A+ game. Very fun. This is another game I could play for hours and lose time forever playing this. Great game. A+. To me, the best racing game I ever played. Another one. I love this game, Dave Mirra BMX 2. There's another one, could play forever. I love the Gangstar song on this album. I think it's Moment of Truth. Good soundtrack. This is just a fun game. This is peak PS2. Dave Mirra. Love this game. Great maps. Man, I miss this era. Now we go somewhere. This kind of disappointed me, but Knockout Kings 02. I thought this game is very lacking. The game will get much better when they go to Fight Night. This game is all right. It has Floyd Mayweather in it. It has Ali. It has the usual, legends who have kind of always been in it. It's all right. Sometimes it feels a little bit stiff of a game. Dave Mirra, give that game an A. But this game, I probably give this game maybe a D+. Here we go. This game's an A. I don't give it an A+ because I thought, once again, EA Sports, This game is kind of like impossible on the harder levels. Instead of a challenge, it's like impossible, like most EA Sports games are. And one thing I did not like is I always hate in baseball games, like in the current MLB The Show games, that you can't change the length of a franchise mode. Like I don't want to play 162 games. I want to play 20 or 40. But this game, you have to play so many. So that's a negative to me. But the gameplay is great. The graphics are all right for the PS2 version. But this is, once again, arguably the best baseball game ever made. I prefer MLB 2K5 and MLB 2K7 on PS2 to this game. But this game is right there in the top 3 baseball games ever made. This game, I didn't really like it that much. I don't know. I don't know. The MLB The Show series, I can never really get into it. I don't know. There's something about it. It's just, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I just can't get into it. I know a lot of people, say like these are great games. To me, a lot of them are all the same. But this game's all right. I'll give it probably a C minus. Here's a game that would probably be, once again, to me, this is the best football game ever made. This and NFL 2K5, either one. To me, this is probably over 2K5 because there's more features in franchise mode. Um, I love this game. Great franchise mode, great creative player, great gameplay. This game to me is the peak of Madden. For years it was like, the defense gets the hit stick, then the offense gets the truck stick. This is the year where offense and defense is balanced, and it's about how good you are. Tony Bruno show, the great offseason. This game, the offseason, the coaches leaving, retiring. They had a newspaper, Tony Bruno show, as I said. The college all-star game, the scouting, they had 2 free agencies in the game, the restricted free agent period. This game is just A plus, tremendous. Love this game. Might do a rebuild on it. Now, one thing I will say is, once again, this game, when you put it on all Madden, you had no choice. You had to use the stupid QB cone. That's the only negative. So I never played this game on all Madden because I don't want to use the cone. But if you play on all pro, it's too easy. So that's a problem. But this game is still an A plus. That damn cone. Make sure you hit the like button and you're subscribed to this channel if you're not. Here's another one. Disappointing game, very stiff. This game was a seller based on the legends in the game, but the gameplay was, this is in the time when you have the SmackDown games on THQ, and this game is no comparison. This game is basically, you bought it because of legends, but the gameplay is just not good enough. This game is a D. MVP Baseball 03. This game is solid. This game is probably a C plus to me. I don't think it's that different from 05. 05 is way better, but it's not that different as far as controls and graphics. But this is a solid game. I'll probably give it a C plus. Another one, classic, A plus, A plus. Tony Hawk Pro Skater 4. This is my childhood. I've seen people say they think Pro Skater 3 is the best. I always thought this was the best one. I love this game, love the maps, love the tricks, good soundtrack. Activision. This Rodney Mullen. This is just a classic. Love this game. This is another one you could play for hours. A plus. Madden 05. This is a Madden that most people stopped playing the PS2 Maddens after this one and they moved to 360. So most people don't realize that Madden 06 on PS2 was great. And then Madden 07 is really the best Madden ever. Most people say, this is the best Madden ever. They only say that because they stopped playing Madden on PS2 after this one. Madden 07 is way better than this game. I never really liked this game that much for certain reasons. Some of them are personal reasons that have to do with a person who got the game for me, a story, but I won't waste my time with that story. But this is still in the classic Madden period. To me, this game is a B. I remember playing this game and I did not like running the ball. I felt like running the ball was very difficult. This is when they brought in the hit stick. Defense is great in this game. This is also the game where they had the graphical changes of like their biceps had like more cut to it and the veins. You know, the play art in this game, how they the concept art in this game is when they completely changed things, because Madden 04 was kind of still cartoony. This is when it looked way more like intricately designed, the players and things. So this is still a class. This is a classic Madden, but I'll give it a B plus. And to finish out the PS2, NCAA 05 A plus game. This is one of the best football games ever made. I love the atmosphere of this game. I love the crowd, the stadium shaking. The gameplay is great. The open field. This is one of the better open field feeling games. This is A plus. I think this is very underrated. Most people, they only think of 06 and 07 in this era for the most part. This game was great. This was a great counterpart to Madden 05. Larry Fitzgerald on the cover. This game's an A, maybe an A plus. I mentioned Spider-Man 2, Spider-Man 1. This game's a B. This is the first Spider-Man they put out on the PS2. It's a solid game, but it was lacking. It was just lacking in what it lacked. 2 made up for tremendously. I love the back cover, Green Goblin. This game was kind of very easy to beat the game. Like, I remember beating this game like so many times very quickly. But this is a good game. It's a strong B, the first Spider-Man. And to close out the PS2 section, we go with Grand Theft Auto 3. Once again, you should know the series, classic. The music, you know, Sean Price rising to the top with Aguilar. Royce the 5'9", I'm the King. You know, the classic missions, characters. This is what really blew it up. This is what blew up the series Grand Theft Auto. This is one of the greatest games of all time. This is one of the most important games in gaming history. Love this game. A plus 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 plus. And you see the back of it. And there we go there.